Good morning. Welcome to XlS Sound and Auto Repair. This is Chris. Today we are working on a 2000 Toyota Avalon XlS. We're doing the rear brake pad replacement. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Help share and give this information to the rest of the YouTube community. But we're going to get started. The tools you'll need: you will need a 15 millimeter socket or wrench. You will need a flathead screwdriver, pretty big, nice size, 15 millimeter. We're using a flex head ratchet, and if you can, a 3/8 ratchet, 15 millimeter. These are a little rusty, so instead of using a 12-point socket, I'm using a 6-point socket so it don't strip out the bolts. But we're a little rusty, and we're already getting started, so let's get to it. All right, so you got your rear pads here, your rear caliper. You're gonna read 14 millimeter top, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Up is loose, down is tightened. Same thing with the bottom. The bottom was a little rusty, so using one of my little tricks here. So it's just spinning right now. I'm gonna have to put the phone down and show you one of my tricks. See if I can get this to set up real quick. So away. Let's see if that's good enough. Maybe not. All right. Well, let's try to attempt this. So this one's rusty, so it's just spinning on me like this. So I'm gonna take a wrench like this and pry this way a little bit. And let me see if I can hold the phone and do it at the same time. And then release it by prying it at the same time. So it'll come out. And it's starting to come. And check the gap. Yep, starting to come out. So I'm gonna continue to do this to get this one out. But you got your top. Get her or him, whichever one you want to call them. Get her all the way loose. And that one's about ready to come out. So we're gonna pick up the pace and we're gonna grab this impact so we can get her out a little faster. So I'm using my Milwaukee 3/8 ratchet. Let's set her up since I'm using one hand. All right, back up at the top. We got the top, we got the bottom moving. Hopefully she'll come on out now. Still spinning on this, so let me pause this. I'm gonna keep using my method to pry that out, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. We got that one backed out after prying and everything, so we're gonna finish backing out the top. 14 millimeter, guys. And that one's spinning too, so let's do the same method. Hopefully I can hold the phone and this will come out a little easier. This one is spinning, so I think we got it. Let's see. Still a little tight. And this is where the flex head ratchet's gonna come in handy. Actually, no, it's not, because we got to go down to a 14 because it was a little rusty. So, okay, so we're back. We got that. It was a little rusty, so we was able to get them and pull them out. So this is what's causing the issue. We got a lot of rust, so we're gonna clean these up real good so she doesn't have to get any new guide pins. But we're gonna get all this rust off, re-grease them, and slide them back in. So we got the top, and since they're so rusty, you want to go exactly where they came out. So this one, for instance, being the top, and then go with the bottom with the bottom. So we're gonna place them on our magnet mat up here. That's the top, and pull out the bottom. That one's real rusty as well. So we're gonna clean those up, and we got our top and bottom so that we know we're going back in. Now you're gonna take your flathead screwdriver and you're gonna pop it in there like that, and you're gonna compress the caliper over like that and pull her off. All right, so now we have one piston, so we're gonna set that up with the brake pad, and we have the pads here. And these have been on there, so we got one that's a little thicker than the other, and that was on the rotor, but we were able to stop them in time. So let's see if I can one hand. Oh, that's one little piece. So I'm probably gonna have to bang these out with this hammer. probably. Let's see. Got one out. And this one's gonna have to probably come out with the hammer. So let's see if I can do that at the same time. All right, we made us a gap. And I'm holding this phone too, so it's kind of gotta work it. All right, so we're gonna bang it the rest of the way out with the hammer, so you just get you a little gap just like that, and be right back. All right, so we're back in on the 2000 Toyota Avalon XlS. That does matter sometimes with the brake pads, sometimes it don't, but we're gonna match up the old pads with the new pads, and they look fairly well. So now we're gonna mate them one on top of the other, make sure they're right size, and they look great. And you see how far we went here, and they should be that thick. So continue. So we're gonna replace the new brake clips, and we're gonna push this caliper pin back, piston back, and let's do that. You might need a brake kit. For some of those who don't, you can use a C-clamp, and I think we're gonna use the C-clamp method just cause it'll help you guys out. So 1 minute, be right back. Okay, welcome back. This is the C-clamp method that we're gonna use for this. Let's get our caliper set. We're gonna use one of the old brake pads down here, like this. Let's get it set. All right, so we got it set. Set your old brake pad in there against the piston like that. And you're gonna set your C-clamp. Let me see if I can hold this with my legs. Okay, so the C-clamp, let's see if I can flip this around a little bit. There we go. So now we got our caliper. You got your piston. Put your old brake pad in there like that. We have a quick set C-clamp, so we're gonna set this on the back up here on this caliper bolt. Let's see if we got it. Yeah, we're gonna use the caliper bolt, the brake line bolt. And if we got enough room, and I don't think we do, so, but that would be the C-clamp method. You basically would put your C-clamp on the back and see if I can still do it somewhere. Nope, not gonna be able to use the C-clamp. So that would be the C-clamp method. Put it on the back, push it up. It helps force back the piston, but we got to use the brake pad kit. So let me get that, be right back. Okay, so we're back. We're about to get the brake pad kit. You're gonna need a kit like this. It has a whole lot of different assorted pieces. You have on this side a left hand twist, and then you have a right hand twist, and you have your brake pad adjust rest piece. So let's show you how to set that up. So, all right, so you got your kit set up here. Bam, we're gonna slide this over here like this, just like that. Wiggle it till it gets in place, just like that. You're gonna take one of these discs in there, and you're gonna set it up on these nipples here, just like this. And let's see if I can get it with the camera. And it should pop on here in a second. Let's see. Actually, maybe not, because this one's too small. All right, so we're gonna go to a different side. So, tap that one, scrap this one. Same thing applies, and this one should be no problem. There we go. Went on, no problem. Now you're gonna have to back this down a little bit to get it to where you need it to sit. So we got it here. Same thing, like if I was to use the brake pad. Sit her in there. I'm gonna spin her down. Okay. And you're gonna turn this like this until, see if I can hold this, until it bottoms out up against the piston rubber boot. So I turned it, tightened it, now it stopped. Now we're gonna twist this towards the left. I'm gonna have to hold the phone again some kind of way. I'm gonna angle this bad boy. There we go, let's see. Sorry about the video, but I'm trying to do this with one hand. So we're gonna press this piston back by spinning this. And keep twisting until it goes all the way back. So basically, after you get your piston back, we're going to proceed after that. So I'm going to pause the video, get this back, and we'll go back to putting the brake clips in and the pads on. Be right back. Okay, so we're back after pushing the caliper back. We're going to remove these brake clips so we can put some new ones in. And they have been in there for a little while. And I'm holding the phone, so that's always not a fun. Might have to get a smaller. That's one. Let's see. Are we missing one? Nope, that one's still over there too. That's two. Three. We'll get that one in a minute. So basically, you pop those old ones out, go to your new ones. I think they changed the design, and it looks like they did. So let me open this up so I can show you what they did. So this is one piece versus the other one is only having one single piece on each side. So let me fit these and see if they're going to work. If not, we're going to have to reuse those. So let me try to put this on and I'll be right back because I can't hold it. All right, so we're back with the new brake clips. Looks like they're going to go in no problem. So we're going to pop these guys in. One. Even though they changed the design on us. We'll see. If not, we'll have to go back with the other ones. Got one side to sit, so let's see if I can get that side first. Most of the time you have a problem with the inside versus the outside. So got one in. I'm gonna have to tap that one in to get it in there, and then we'll see if these clips fit. So I'm gonna replace all those real fast and I'll be right back. Okay, those brake clips went in great. So they changed the design from the single pieces on each side to one whole piece on both sides. So after you get that in, you want to spin your rotor a little bit just to make sure it's not scraping your clips. And we're going to put a little brake grease on all these all the way around. So just a little bit like that. Same thing on this side, just a little bit. Up at the top a little bit. And over here just a little bit. Don't touch your rotor. Okay, so we got those in. We already pushed our caliper piston back. It's all the way back flush. So now we're going to insert the pads. So let's move this out the way some. Just like that. And we got pad number one. Sit them in the sleeve here. You do have a little notch right here. You might bang up against it, so kind of rock it forward. And then push it over. And if it don't, you might need to tap it a little bit with something. So let's tap on it a little bit. Look at that. Went in great. Just like that. So we're going to do the other side as well. Let's get the other pad out. That one should have the screamer on it. Let's see. Did they put them on there in the bag? So that one doesn't have the screamers, and then they didn't come in the kit. So I guess they will. It's the new design. I guess they got them built on some kind of way. Okay, I guess. So let's flip this one in on the inside. And this is the side I usually struggle with because it's the back and I can't see great. So let me pop this side in. We'll put the caliper back on. Be right back. Okay, so we were able to get the new style brake clips in. It's a little bit of a struggle because I never knew they would change them, but everything's good. So now we're going to put the caliper back on after we got it pushed back. We're going to add a little brake grease to the contact points on the pads. So here, a little brake grease. You don't have to overdo it on both sides. And then I like to lube my caliper piston. Well, not the piston, but the caliper contact points. So here, here, and on the piston itself, just to keep it to where it can slide okay. And you only need a little bit. So this is the last finishing up process for the caliper and how to do the brakes. We still have to clean these bolts up, so I'm gonna do that here in a minute, but that'll be the last. You got two different ones. This one would be for the top. It doesn't have this. It's supposed to be a rubber piece on it, so I'm gonna have to clean this out, put some lube in there, and sometimes they get stuck, sometimes they don't. But yeah, these are your guide pins. You're gonna have to clean those up, no rest. So about to clean those off. This is basically what you would do to finish up here. Take your caliper, flip her back over, line her up, and slide her on. Now, you're gonna have to adjust your bushings, your rubber bushings in their spots. So when you put the bolts in, they'll go in right. So adjust that one and wiggle her in just like this. Just like that, she'll go in. Then you tighten her down on both sides, this side and this side, and then you have your brakes done on a 2000 Toyota Avalon. So, since this is the process, I appreciate you guys. And like I said, like, subscribe, all that. You need to comment, go ahead and do that. May have left out a couple of little details here and there, but I don't think I did. But if I did, feel free to comment. But thanks for watching XlS Sound and Auto Repair. This is Chris, and I'm out.